So the Kansas City Chiefs, okay, cool. I know this is a weird topic because the Chiefs, a lot of people think they don't need a running back or they shouldn't be in the market for a running back. Derrick Henry's too expensive. Well, in this video, I'm going to be explaining to y'all why Derrick Henry may not be as expensive as y'all think and why he actually may be a very good option for the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, when I think of Derrick Henry, I think of 2,000 yards, 1,500 yards. Oh my God, Pacheco career is cooked. No, Derrick Henry is at that point in his career where he knows if he wants to win, he wants to be a contender, he may not be the number one option. Now, the Ravens are heavily interested in Derrick Henry, and there's no rumors that we are interested in him, but this video is basically just going to be about what he could do for this offense and how he could help us. So if the Chiefs did decide to get him, then I'll be telling y'all like why it would affect us in a very good way. And this is not a video saying that the Chiefs are going to get Derrick Henry. I know it may not happen, but I'm letting y'all know why I want it to happen and why I think he will actually be a great option. Because Isaiah Pacheco, he's running back 1, but we don't have a running back 2 and we don't have a running back 3. Jet and CEH isn't coming back. So Derrick Henry and Pacheco's a 1-2 punch will be very, very solid. I know what y'all say, Derrick Henry can't catch out the backfield. But last year, he actually did better catching out the backfield. But if anything, if we're going to need a running back 3. The Chiefs, they roll with 3 running backs. So we get Pacheco at running back 1, Henry at running back 2, and then we draft Will Shipley for running back 3. And I do think that's a very great running back room right there. I mean, Will Shipley is one of the best running backs in that draft class, and he could catch very, very well. Bucky Irvin's also another great option. But Derrick Henry, I mean, I love the idea of him in a Chiefs offense and him making life easier for Patrick Mahomes. And another thing, we had a lot of trouble in the red zone last year. Derrick Henry, a dude that's that big, he's bigger than Pacheco. You know, he's stronger than Pacheco, so he could definitely push it in and get pushed in there for a touchdown in the red zone to help us with our red zone issues, man. So I would love Derrick Henry on the Chiefs. Now, I know I made a video about Aaron Jones, who will be a beast in our offense. There's running backs in this free agent class that could still produce in our offense for sure. I didn't get to make a video on Joe Mixon yet. I got to make a video on Eric Armstead for DT. I got to make a video on David Bakatari, I think his name is, for left tackle. I got a lot more videos coming out for y'all. I mean, a lot of these dudes might get signed, obviously, but I still have a lot of content coming out for y'all. Now, if they get signed, I can't upload it, but yeah. Okay, now let's really get into things here. So Derrick Henry has already earned nearly $60 million since entering the NFL in 2015, and he's now at a point where he may just focus on competing for a championship rather than earning a big contract, right? I mean, Derrick Henry, he's already said that he wants to win a Super Bowl. So he may very well be willing to take a discount to sign with a Super Bowl winning team such as the Kansas City Chiefs instead of just continuing to chase dollars on horrible teams. I mean, he's already been on the Titans for a long time. I'm pretty sure he wants to win a Super Bowl now. 29 years old, you know, spent his whole career with the Tennessee Titans. And I don't know, man. I doubt Henry wants to go through another poverty team. So I do expect him to sign with a contender. But let him go to a team like the Ravens. I just don't like the idea of that. And if the Chiefs can get Derrick Henry on a fairly low deal and he's really talking all this, like if he really stands on all this low deal stuff he's talking and how he wants to win a championship, then the Chiefs should definitely be on the lookout for him. And in 2018, Derrick Henry had his breakout season. 1,059 yards, 12 touchdowns, and oh my God. Each of the next 2 years, he proceeded to lead the NFL in rushing yards and rushing touchdowns. I had to say, oh my God, because this dude's an absolute monster. Now, we know he's not the same Derrick Henry, but he's an absolute monster, bro. In 2020, 2,027 yards and 17 touchdowns. So Henry's a beast. And let's also talk about last year. The Titans' O-line was horrible. It was a historically bad O-line. So he comes to the Chiefs. He's running behind a way better O-line, a way better interior O-line. Derrick Henry has made 4 trips to the Pro Bowl while also earning a first-team All-Pro selection. So Derrick Henry may not be the same elite rusher that he was several years ago, but I do believe he could still be a very solid option, and he will boost any team's backfield, you know? And that especially applies to us, who we obviously need another running back. I don't know why Chiefs fans are overlooking that. We do need another running back. Pacheco, it's not a guarantee he's going to stay healthy. He gets banged up. It's not a guarantee he's going to keep playing through these injuries. And he can't be the only running back in our backfield, man. And Chiefs, they roll with 3 running backs. So I expect them to get some type of running back in the free agency and some type of running back in the draft. Now, we understand that Derrick Henry is going to want to be fairly compensated. Like, he's not going to just take a $500K deal for a year to get a Super Bowl. But I think he's more desired for a Super Bowl ring than he is desired for a big bag, So I think he could be very, very cheap. And if that is the case, then obviously the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs would be two appealing low-budget destinations for a guy like Derrick Henry. And when he was on the podcast with his guys from the Titans, he sounded like he wanted to win a ring, man. He said, Henry quoted, at the end of the day, I want to win the Super Bowl. That's what he told Taylor Lewan and Will Compton. And he said, whatever that is that gives me the best chance, that's what I want to do. The place that gives you the best chance to win a Super Bowl is obviously Kansas City. And Derrick Henry knows that. But a lot of these players act like they don't know that. So sometimes I don't even know if Veach is even offering them a contract, honestly. But Henry is not going to replace Isaiah Pacheco at all. So y'all don't have to worry about that. I know that's y'all concern. Y'all think I'm throwing Pacheco under the bus. Nah, it's not really like that, man. Henry, he would likely, sign on to be a heavy utilized running back too. Similar to what Dalvin Cook tried to do with the Jets. But it obviously didn't work. But Henry's better. And Derrick Henry, he's going to lighten the load for Pacheco. He's going to form one of the most punishing running back duos in the league. And as a tackler, going against Pacheco and Henry all along, you're gonna be tired. You're gonna get stiff armed. You're gonna get it all. And Henry, his expected price tag is definitely not a lot of money. So if we have to let Snead play on the tag, and after this big contract we gave to Chris Jones, it may be a harsh reality that we might not be able to give a wide receiver $15 to $20 million per year. So if we could give Henry a cheap deal, that's giving Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes another experienced veteran playmaker to work with at a much more affordable rate, And if you look in 2023, the Chiefs, we've started to become more of a running team. We have. Mahomes, he still makes his passes. He still takes over games. But Pacheco and Creed Humphrey, Joe Thuney, and Trey Smith, that offensive line trio, it definitely helped us become a more balanced attack. So if you add a guy like Derrick Henry, it would definitely further that shift. It will take a lot of pressure off from Mahomes. He's not going to have to throw as much. And a defensive run-first football team with Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes, it almost sounds unfair. Like, it really, really sounds unfair. It sounds like a lot of Super Bowls. And I know running back, y'all going to look at me like I'm crazy for this video. Some people will agree, some will not. Because I know running back isn't the biggest need that fans would think of this offseason. But we do need some depth behind Pacheco, man. We're going to have to figure it out, because McKinnon and Clyde Edwards isn't coming back. So I do think we should just target a veteran free agent, if it's Henry, Aaron Jones. But I think we should definitely go big on this consistent, durable rushing tandem with Pacheco and Mahomes, and a playmaker that the Chiefs, was interested in at one point in time, 2016 first round. And bring that boy Derrick Henry to the Chiefs, man, because he's a beast, and I do think he could elevate this offense a lot. A lot of people, they're not going to think like me, because they don't want Derrick Henry because he's quote-unquote old. But if he signs for a running back 2 deal, and he's willing to play like a running back 2, and he really wants a Super Bowl that bad, and he retires after the season or whatever he wants to do, that's perfect, man. That's perfect. I don't know about retiring, but you know what I mean. Running backs retire early. But yeah, man, it's been your boy Chiefs Priority. I'm going to upload a lot of videos these next few days. So I know free agency is going to be active. And I'm out, man. Peace. I'm going to try to do every free agent that I think the Chiefs should get.